Let's talk about kinetic energy in electrons. We're going to find the speed of an electron, say in the cathode ray tube, with an energy of 1,000 volts, and we're going to do that in meters per second. We're going to use this formula here where energy is equal to 1/2 the mass times the velocity squared. This energy is in joules. Now we're dealing with one electron, so we're going to use electron volts here. Now we know a joule is coulombs times voltage, and a coulomb is 6.24 times 10 to the 18 electron. It's a charge on this many electrons. It's an SI unit. We want to find the charge on one electron. So we divide our 6.24 times 10 to the 18 into 1, and it comes out to 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. Now, if we take the charge on one electron and times it by this many electrons, that comes out to 1 coulomb. So an electron volt is 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19 times our voltage. We're going to use 1,000 volts here. So over here, we know the charge on an electron, we know our volts, we know the mass of the electron. We want to solve for the velocity. We want to make the velocity the subject of this formula. So we need to get rid of the 1/2. To do that, we multiply both sides by 2. The half cancels out, and we put a 2 over there. We need to get rid of the mass, so we divide both sides by the mass. This cancels out, and we put it over on this side. Now, we need to get rid of the square, so we square root both sides. We come up with this formula here. Velocity is equal to the square root of 2 times the EV divided by the mass. Let's add some numbers to this. Here we are here where we have 2 times 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19. That's a charge on an electron, times our 1,000 volts. We'll do it in 10 to the 3. We'll do it in the exponent. It'll make it easier. And we got to divide by 9.1 times 10 to the minus 31 kilograms. Now, the rules for multiplying and dividing exponents are if you're multiplying exponents, you add them, and when you're dividing exponents, you subtract them. So we have a minus 19, and we're going to add the plus 3 to that for 1,000 volts. So we have minus 19 plus 3, and then we're going to divide the minus 31 into there, so we subtract the minus 31. When you subtract the negative number, it becomes positive, so we have minus 19 plus 3 plus 31, so that comes out to 15, 10 to the 15th. Now, this is just basic math here. That comes out to 0.35 times 10 to the 15. We're going to move this decimal place one place to the right, and that becomes 3.5 times 10 to the 14. We need to find the square root of that. Over here we have the square root of 3.5 times 10 to the 14. We need to do this in two different sections here. We do the square root of 3.5 first, and that's 1.87. And then we do the square root of the exponent here, 10 to the 14. We can rewrite this as 10 to the 14 divided by 2. That comes out to 10 to the 7. So our answer is 1.87 times 10 to the 7 meters per second. And that's the speed of the electron in the cathode ray tube at 1,000 volts. Thank you.